So the navel is right in here. I hope you know it. And the navel is the place where you will draw the energy from outside. We're going to draw the energy from outside right into the navel. And we're going to start the energy and flow. The navel like a battery that stores the energy. And the mid-eyebrow is like a place you can draw the energy into it. And you can draw it down. Okay. And the navel also work as the collection energy. But collection energy. So now we're going to work on the navel is a starting point and the ending point also. Start point and ending point. Very important. This is the ovary palace. There's two ovary on the side and the cervix on the middle. And the way to find the ovary, Mani will show you how to find the ovary. If you put the hand on the navel, the two thumbs on the navel for lady, and put the hand down this way, you find the ovary. And we call the ovary palace because the lady will draw the energy from here into the ovary, into the cervix. And we're going to recycle the energy. The sperm palace is right on the prostate gland, and have on the side of the prostate gland we have the seminal vesicle duct. Here the pelvic bone, behind the pelvic bone. The whole this area of the prostate gland, seminal vesicle duct, and in here I call a sperm palace. The perineum, we have the whole part of a lady, the whole part. The perineum. So we have the anus, and between the anus and the sexual organ we call front part of the perineum. So this whole part from here is called the front part of the perineum, including the sexual organs. And the anus itself we call a middle part. The middle part. And the anus and the back part between the coccyx we call the back part, the back part of the perineum. Okay, we have to. This is very important. We're going to do a lot of exercise of this. Okay, if you look at another part in the side view this way, here is the coccyx. Is that right? And here is the anus. And here is the sexual organ. Here the male sexual organ. So whatever you have. So, okay. So between the sexual organ and the anus, we call our front part. The anus itself we call the middle part. The anus and the coccyx we call a back part. Okay? Front, middle, and back. Or here, front, middle, and back. Get it? Very important, because I tell you, you're going to do so much exercise on the perineum, and I make sure you're going to fall in love with your anus and your perineum. You're going to do so much, and until you have to fall in love with it. Because the whole thing is that we have to draw the energy from this part. There's so much energy in this area. We have to draw this energy from this part all the way up into the spine. And there's a whole goal that we're doing here. The second point is right in this area. And this is called the second pump. In the Taoism, regarding the sacrum is the most important part. Why? Because this is the big side and last side. The sacrum is tilted in this way, and the sacrum it have a movement by itself. It's very small movement, okay, and it's how you pump the fluid in the brain. So when it come down, it have to be feed the nutrition to the nervous. We have so much nervous system in the spine, and the nutrition, the white fluid that in the spine is the nutrition carry on and try to feed the nervous system. And the pump, when you're breathing and you move, the pump is moving and it pump the fluid up and down. Otherwise the fluid go down and don't go up, and we're going to get trouble. Now, the next ones is the T11. The T11 means thoracic 11. A lot of nerve branches on the back there. So opposite of the solar plexus. How to find the solar plexus? You put your hand on the navel, put your hand on the tip of the sternum. Right on the tip of the sternum, the sharp tip of the sternum, you break in the middle. That is solar plexus. Right opposite the solar plexus is the T11. Or you bend your back down. Some people may have one bone stick out longer, protrude out more than the other people. That is the T11, or we call it thoracic 11. If you don't have it, don't worry. Okay? You can find another way by grabbing your last floating ribs. Your last floating rib. When you follow the last floating rib to the back, that is the T12, mean thoracic 12. From thoracic 12 come out 1 inch is T11, thoracic 11. T11 opposite the adrenal gland. So the T11 is the adrenal gland center. The adrenal gland is very interesting. That in the Taoism, in the way I studied the Taoism, I like the way the Taoism proportionally, slowly, and strengthening, not drain out the adrenal gland. The next one is C7. C7, when you bend your back, bend your head down, you feel one big bone stick out. One big bone stick out. Very big bone, right on the base of your shoulder. Now, from there, we come up to the base of the scalp. Right on the top here. If right between here, if you bend your head back this way, you feel a hole there, right in here. Okay? The crown point apparently is involved with a pineal gland point. It's right on here. It's about 3 inches from the brain down. If you draw a line from your nose straight up and the ear up and right in the middle here, you're going to feel a point. Apparently it's this point. If you see the crack here, it's about this point. Okay? About this point. And that is called a crown point. If you drill a hole right from here down about 3 inches, you're going to meet a pineal gland point. The important part is the pineal gland that we're going to work on. In the Taoist love, we try to draw the energy up and try to fortify and revitalize and rebuild the gland. The sexual energy can't rebuild anything. That's how they discovered in the olden time. Because they said when the people have too much sex, the first thing they're going to drain out is the brain and the glands. This one had to draw all energy out because every part in the body have to contribute energy go out. Every part of the whole body have to contribute the best. Because the body think that, hey, he's going to build another guy like him. So he have to get every part that he have. All the smart, all the handsome, or all the beautiful thing that the guy have to go out that way. That's how this energy drain out so much in this way. Okay? The pituitary gland point is right behind the mid eyebrow, inside here, right in the between here. Okay, right in between inside here. It sits right in here. It's connecting built to a ball. We call it crystal room. Here the pineal, here the pituitary. It's right in this area. And this point is a very powerful point. Is the point of receiving the energy in the human plane in this way. This one receives the energy in the vertical plane. This way. We're going to learn it in the microcosm. In the microcosm, we learn the energy connecting with the vertical plane and the horizontal plane, also from this point. In the Taoist love, we bring the sexual energy all the way up into the brain to rebuild the brain, to increasing a memory. That's one thing we know. When the people lose too much sexual energy, they lost their brain or they lost their memory. So you can increase your memory from 16K to 1 megabyte. That much. There's like a plug on the memory and increasing, keep on increasing. This is the way. When the people lose too much energy, when the people have sexual energy and they lose out the sexual energy, they drain the energy out this way. It's incredible that the people now losing so much sexual energy, and they don't know it at all. And all the problem we have now is we lose energy. We have to draw this energy all the way up into the brain this way. And to rebuild the brain, to falsify, to increasing the brain, and the energy going to travel down to build the gland, build the heart, build everything. Okay, the palate point is very interesting. If you look at the palate here, palate, right on here have a hole, and this hole connecting with the brain. Okay, the fluid floating so much in this area. This hole, right in here have a hole, right behind the teeth. And we move back a little bit, you're going to find a soft palate point. Over here is a hard palate point. Okay, and you can actually stimulate the pineal gland. And this is the throat center, right in here. You draw the energy from here down. And here is the heart center, right on the top of the heart. Right here. The heart center is between these two nipples, right in here. This is the thymus gland. The heart center controls the thymus gland also, right in the between here. And now you come down to the solar plexus, right in the between in all the organ, right in here. The solar plexus. Okay? The navel is right on this point.